Okay, this video is on browser default margins and paddings. And what I'm going to show you how to do is actually strip away these defaults so you can set your own margins and your own padding for elements, and you don't have to fight with these defaults. Some of the typical elements that do have these defaults are the H tags. You're going to get a default amount of margin between them. The same thing for the unordered and ordered list, and also images and the body tag. At the top here you can see this white margin. Right now it's not up against the edge of the file because of that default. So if I preview in a browser, you can see it a little bit better. And you can see that default margin and the spacing. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it in another browser to see if there's a major difference. This one is Safari. So let me take a look at what it looks like in another browser. Let me go ahead and do Chrome. Okay, it's about the same in Chrome, but let's look at Firefox. About the same. The differences are very minimal. I think you have a little bit less in Firefox. But what we're going to do is just strip these all out, and it's going to help you as you design so you're not fighting against these default settings. So what I'm going to do, and take a look at the spacing here, and what I'm going to do is go to my, oh, by the way, this image here is in that H tag. I'm going to get rid of this H tag because that's causing part of that margin, and that snaps back up at the top. So now I've just have the image. It was in an H tag before. Again, that has those default margins. All right, so what I'm going to do in my style sheet, the style that I currently have in here is all it's really doing is making this container 900, and I've got a yellow background. So at the top here, I'm actually going to type it. It's not very long to type, but you have to have it precise. What I'm going to do is do a star, and I'm going to hit my shift bar. I'm going to do curly bracket. Dreamweaver gives me that second curly bracket, but that needs to be at the end, so I'm just going to hit my return key to drive that down in the code a little bit. Now what I'm going to strip out all the default margins and all the default padding. So I'm going to type out margin. Dreamweaver gives me a code hint. I can just click here. I'm going to set them all to 0. You end a line of code or a decoration with a semicolon. So if I click, I've already seen some changing take place, but now I'm also going to guarantee that any margin is gone. I'm sorry, any padding. So I'm going to hit the return key, and I'm going to type out padding. Okay, there it is. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to say 0, and then do that semicolon. When I click, I actually saw it collapse right down here. So if I comment these out, if I click right before here and do 2 forward slashes, and right here as well, and go back, you can see the defaults. This is just kind of hiding these rules. If I get rid of the forward slash here, forward slashes, okay, again, they disappear, those margins, and let me go ahead and bring that code back, and there you go. Okay, so this is the most simple reset that you can have. This is referred to as a universal selector, that star, and it's targeting every single element and saying you will have 0 margin at the top, the right, the bottom, and the left. Same with padding. Keep in mind, when you have just one value, it's referring to every side. Same with padding. One value is every side. Top, right, bottom, and left.